Hey boys and girls, welcome back. It's me, Keith the Misprint Guy, and this is my friend here, Bradley. He has helped me quite a bit in finding misprints and finding other crazy things. A lot of you wonder, how the hell do I find all this kind of stuff? One of the things that is an important resource is having some trusted friends that you know can help you. And Bradley has actually helped me, and we are in over our heads a little bit. So what we're doing this week is I'm going to be sharing with you what is the Magic Quick Start set, and we got this from the same source in which we found some misprints. And what sets these cards apart from our normal misprints, I mean, normal misprints is a very relative term here, but we have some cards in which see, the glare is kind of bad here, but the back is printed upside down relative to the other card. So this is not something that you normally see. When you see a back, they're usually facing the same direction. But what has set these apart from the other backs, and how we actually know, because how we know that this is there we go, it's a little bit better. How I can tell you for sure that this is the scenario, because I mean, trust me, Bradley and I spent a little bit of time here arguing this, and how we were able to fully determine how something like this happens is, let's see, I can see that pretty well. This area down here in the bottom is pretty dark, and so here we go. Do we have a normal magic card? That's what happens when we have nothing but misprints around here. Okay. What sets this apart is that the bottom here is much darker than what you see up top. This is kind of hard to convey, but if you look up in these corners here, it's really light, and then down here it's much darker. If you grab a magic card, you might have a little bit easier time following along. So this has allowed us to be 100% sure that this is something that is genuine, that we have a back upside down relative, and we have some horrible 4th edition cards, and now this card right here is a common, and this card right here is an uncommon, and the only reason why it is like that is because this comes again from this quick start set, and what they do is they print all of these at the same time. So what we are going to do is, again, we got this from the same source, so we are hoping beyond hope that when we open this up, that we get some weird and interesting miscuts like these here. So why don't you do the honors, since you picked up all this stuff? We'll get all that stuff open. And yeah, so while he's doing that, this is one of the things that we have here. This is a rules card, and glare is bad again. But we have this rules card here, and we have this other information here on the back. And let's see, one of the other more interesting things is, here's a swamp, and it has rules information on the other side. How have you done? Alright, so consider this, I guess you'd say a double whammy, because we not only are doing a pack opening, well, not a pack, but you get the point. We're doing this opening here, and we are sharing with you what we have in these normal players guides and the misprints of the same sort. So what this comes with is some information on how to play, because this is like a dual decks, I mean, but it's much more basic. This is for those of you who are just now learning, and this is like circa 1995 or something. Is that okay that that's... okay. And a quick start rule book, and yes, a mini duelist. And so then we have these two packs. Why don't you open one, I'll open the other, and uh-oh, the cards are already not miscut, so that's not good news.
They were as I expected.
Yes, as expected. Nothing wrong with these cards. But
Right
one
side
of
up, upside down.
Okay, well that does help with our. Okay, so the whole point is we wanted to see, because we have a lot of these cards that are misprinted. This card in my hand here, this is from the cards that we already had open, and it was misprinted. So part of this is we wanted to see what's actually missing, and what we have in here that is, you know, unfortunately all of these are normal, but we do get to see these normal versions of these cards right here. So, nearly all of these cards would have been printed on the same sheet, and outside of a few cards like Terror, this is a large stack of basic land and 4th edition junk, some rule cards like I just showed you earlier, and even more, yeah, even more 4th edition junk. So, but this is handy. I would list off every card, but trust me, it's nothing spectacular. And these are made for people learning how to play.
Yeah, Dark Ritual.
Dark Ritual. Outside of basic land, honestly, that's probably the few things that you could actually trade away. And so anyhow, in the future, I'm sure a lot of you are going to have some questions, and once we start figuring these things out, I will be able to answer more questions for you. But yes, indeed, we have cards that match up, and one is right side up and one is upside down, and you know, we got some cool stuff like this.
So as we open up the deck, we can see that we've got a lot of the cards right side up, and as you get towards the back, these cards are upside down. So to kind of see how this would happen, these were all printed on one sheet, and somewhere in that sheet
we have these cards that end up like this. So, I mean, this is something that seems kind of strange because it's not exactly how you would envision cards to be done, but this is a rare instance where this was actually done purposefully. So, you know, this is something that we had to see for ourselves, and it was really nice to get one of these things unopened. Unfortunately, there weren't misprints in it, but, you know, hey, you can only hope. But that opening of that answered some questions that he and I had. So we hope that you have enjoyed that, and of course what I want you to do, there was a lot of things that we could have covered but you know perhaps didn't. So if you have any questions, I'll be free to, you know, I'll be, you know, willing to help you and answer your questions. So those of you that ask good questions, please, you know, feel free. As always, you know, questions, comments, concerns, you feel free to get a hold of me. Otherwise, I will see you soon, so take care.
bye-bye.